Hey everyone, this is Creso. In this clip, I'm going to talk about my recent ayahuasca experience. It was really phenomenal, and I was looking forward to sharing this with everybody. I took like microdosage. I'll explain. I took when I drink my brew, it was like, 2 different brews, okay? It was like less than a quarter. It was less than a quarter of a cup, excuse me. So after I drank my brew, okay, I took a short nap, and it took a little bit for it to kick in, my experience. I didn't have any, I went to bed because when I was feeling tired, I saw that was, a sign that, okay, it's starting, right? So I just felt tired. I went to bed, just took a nap, and I believe it was maybe within an hour, I woke up and I saw the room, like where I was sleeping in the bed. I was like looking at I had my head down on the pillow. I was looking up, and the room was like, it's kind of hard to explain, but I'll do my best to describe it in words. But the room was like twisting. Like, it's like the room was like not the entire room, but where I was looking, it was like turning, like it's like a funnel. It was just weird, but it was amazing. And before, within minutes or so, I don't know how long, but I heard a loud sound in my head. It sounded like a machine, like a real loud noise in my head. Then suddenly it stopped, and it was complete silence. What's even more interesting is that it was complete silence, and I even felt silence throughout my whole body. I know, it doesn't make no sense. How can you feel silence? Like, whatever. It's like, yeah, I felt silence. And it was very, oh, wow. I could say this. It was a taste of the void. I know what the void is, but I just want to explain to you my take on it from my experience, for what it felt like to me. But yeah, my whole spirit, I really felt silence throughout my whole body, but not the physical body, but my spirit. And it was amazing. It was so amazing. And after I just felt, I went back, I lied down. I mean, the room still looked the same. Okay, everything looked the same. It's just the feeling. It's like I was actually, excuse me, I was there and I wasn't there. Okay, and that's pretty much how I describe it. And wow, it's just amazing. It was amazing to feel complete silence. Just the feeling of it. It was truly amazing. It was, and I know after my experience, it kind of worn off within maybe an hour or two, but it took a while for the experience to start to kick in. Again, this was like a microdosage, okay, and it took a while to kick in. Now I didn't have any closed-eye visuals, meaning I didn't see any geometric shapes, okay, and I didn't have open-eye visual. The only thing that stood out, the only thing I saw with my eyes open, that the part of the room was like turning, like it was, like the whole room was being twisted. It's kind of like a cartoon, or something that you about to crumble up. You draw a sketch and you want to crumble it up. It felt like that, but the room was like turning like that. And I wasn't afraid, obviously. Throughout a lot of my ayahuasca experience, I'm not afraid. I feel I was telling my friend about this. I feel like it's because of me, my background, what I am. And, I tell everybody that I reincarnated into this body. And, I feel that the ayahuasca played a role into confirming so many different interesting things about life, period. But, I'm just not intimidated by things that seems to freak you out. I just really enjoy it. But, to go on with the complete silence and to feel silence, a lot of people, this is not my opinion, by the way. I feel in my heart, a lot of people need this. This would be good for a lot of people. My last club, I was talking about balancing thing out. Whatever you're going through, just balance yourself. Not to ignore whatever's going on in your life. I mean, we go through different experiences. Just try to balance yourself out when you feel going so far in and you feel you're just not feeling good about yourself, for example. This is when to balance yourself out. But the silence part was it was phenomenal. And, all because through a small microdosage. Like, man, it's amazing. You could take a quarter. I mean, if you drink a quarter cup, I think around less than a quarter, something like that. And you will get something. It will show, the ayahuasca it just opens the door for you. It shows you. I mean, a lot of people say ayahuasca is a guide, and a lot of people look at it a lot of people call it Mother Ayahuasca. I don't know why people call it Mother Ayahuasca. I think personally, I feel like people when they have ayahuasca, they're making like it's some sort of god. And, I don't know. That's just me. I'm just telling you how I feel. Ayahuasca is a guide, but it's there for you. It's designed, it's there for you. It's like you putting on sunglasses or glasses or whatever, or you just a door that's being presented to you, and you just again, the door is just presented to you, the door, you understand, everybody? And you just open it, and it leads to so many different paths. But this ayahuasca experience is very unique. So I just want to share this with everybody. And, I personally feel a lot of people, it will help people a great deal. That loud sound that I heard in my head, it was like, it sounded like a generator, a loud damn generator. It was like really loud. Like it sounded like this, like that. And it just stopped. Like, boom, like that's it. And, I definitely, I had an experience of the void, a piece of it, I believe, a piece of the void. The void is not bad. A lot of people have different ideas about the void is, but the void it is part of consciousness. It's like when you go into the void, your spirit is not destroyed. You understand? The role, let's say you decided to be some sort of, whatever role that you choose in your life. When you go into the void, your spirit is not destroyed. You just go in and it's kind of like it will erase the role that you was, or how I put it. It's like a eraser, or sorry, excuse me. It's like it's like taking off your coat. Right? You're wearing a jacket. The jacket represents, let's say, the jacket represents a football player, right? You're a football player, right? And you go into the void, your spirit is still there, because you can never destroy your spirit, because that's consciousness. But the coat layer of you as a football player, you go into the void, and the coat will just come off. And, that's what a lot of you go through. When you start your human experience, and And that explains why a lot of people have a hard time remember their life in a different time space. But a lot of people have lived for, like, there's really no number. I mean, it's really not. I mean, I could say I'm just as old as the earth, but again, we put in an age or something. There's people to understand what life really is, and this is not no new age bullshit, okay? This is actually true. This is beyond science. There's really no age to anything, okay? And I just wanted to say that. But ayahuasca, when you take your ayahuasca experience, right, it shows you different things. It confirms, or it will show you things that your spirit could connect, but your ego might have a hard time adjusting, because your ego always wants to be in control of everything. So a lot of my ayahuasca experience, I'm able to put the ego down, or whatever. I never freak out of my ayahuasca experience. A lot of my experience, like I said to you, I shared to you my clip, months ago. Most of my experience that I channel with other spiritual beings from different different time space. And, I guess the cool thing about it, like I tell you different clips that I've created months ago. One of the things that describe about me is that I'm an ongoing channeler. Meaning my spirit joined in with the spirit with this body and became as one, okay, and I'm channeling through his body, okay. I know maybe some people might not believe me, that's fine, but I'll be happy to share this. I'm not ashamed about it. I just love sharing this online. I mean, I don't really share this too much with people in person, but I do here and there, whenever I feel comfortable about it. But online, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's just, this is me. This is basically how I entered this dimension, is that I chose this body and I came in and my spirit joined one with the whole spirit of this body. So it's the whole spirit came from a different life and different time space. It's just that, and I think a lot of people don't understand this. I feel that you can have more than two spirits. You can have dozens of spirits in your body. I think some people, I've heard over the years, some people think it's like, it's impossible, or you're the devil. Like a lot of ignorant, stupid stuff, okay? Because you don't have an understanding of what life is. And I think, and that's another thing, this kind of explains like why people have different personalities. When you have different personalities, right, it's because there is a big thing about that you have different spirits. It could be that, or the spirit, it could be just one spirit, but it has different vastness. It's just different characteristics. So there's really nothing wrong when people have different personalities. You know, somebody, for example, I could be a loud person, kind of like life of the party. I could be really quiet. And you wonder, like, how can you just be quiet? And you're so loud and all that. But, I mean, I'm just giving an example, okay? But, yeah, I just want to express this, use this opportunity to talk about me, what I am. I don't know. I guess you hear a lot of people talk about they come from a different time space. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the only one. But, yeah, I really feel like my ayahuasca experience, I have a very unique, I'm just saying for me, I have a very unique situation or experience. An ongoing channeling with other dimensional beings. So, it's fascinating. It really is. And I feel like I want to share this to more people. I want to get together. I do see myself in spirit, me interacting with, Indians, natives and stuff. I see that's part of my journey in this world. I already see that happening. And I know a lot of natives, they have DMT, or you want to call it ayahuasca. Some people might call it rituals and stuff like that. But I feel like when they meet me and I have a DMT experience, I'm going with my feeling, and this is what I see spiritually, okay? I feel like they're going to really see things about me. Not in anything bad, though. It's just that it's going to be something very unique. And I definitely like to meet different natives in America and South America and Africa and Australia and other parts of the world. But yeah, I feel like I have a lot to offer to a lot of people in this dimension. And but yeah, I'm so glad I did this. I'm doing this clip. Complete silence. Again, a lot of us would definitely appreciate that, because your mind is constantly running with all kinds of thoughts, worrying, figure out what's going to happen to this, what's going to happen to that. Let's say you get paid, and then, you know, it doesn't give you no room to feel grateful. So you paid stuff and your mind's coming up with things like, oh, what are you going to do? Now what are you going to do? You come up with, you know, try to figure out ways or try to come up with problems, more. And yeah, we gotta face these things, you know, address it, you know, and, not to ignore it or pretend it's not there, whatever. No, you want to acknowledge it, but you want to just take care of it, you know. And I think ayahuasca definitely would do a great deal for people. And it's interesting, going back, I said this before in my old clips when I mentioned ayahuasca. It's interesting how the government tries to regulate, try to control people taking ayahuasca. Because when you take ayahuasca, it's definitely gonna, how I call it, it's definitely gonna break the ice. It's gonna put you in a different perspective about life. Like, I mean, I always question things about this world anyway. It's just that ayahuasca gave me another tool to really, how I put it, it's like I don't see life the same anymore. It just gave me another add-on things. And yeah, I just wanted to share that. I just had a really interesting experience. But I'm going to take more, I'm going to definitely do more clips on ayahuasca. I haven't really been talking about it as much as I want to. A lot of stuff goes in my heart. Yeah, I've been saying some stuff, recent clip. I have no regrets. All the clips I've done, I have no regrets. I share them. I'm in different places, spiritually, emotionally. I'm in different places, you know. Like to share things, and you know, and the main thing, one of the main thing is to people to be inspired, you know. I'm like anybody else, regardless of what I just told you about me. I'm consciousness, just like everybody's consciousness. We pretend to forget that we're consciousness, so we stick on this idea that we're just human. And that's why I'm saying that a lot of people need to put themselves in a void, because that human identity of yours, right? And I like to pick on this thing about how someone's so proud to be black, so proud to be white. The funny thing about life, that let's just say, for an example, let's say you are racist, right? Let's just say you're white or black, whatever. And I want to say this real before I close out. And you go on to your next life experience. Let's say you're white, right? And the cool thing about life is that your spirit will find its way having a next experience as a black person, right? But in your life in a previous, you was white, you was racist. This is an example. You could be Asian, you're racist against whatever, all right? Just listen carefully what I'm saying. And life is consciousness has a humor. So you reincarnated, you don't have no memory at the moment that you, in a different life, you was white. So funny. Like, we hold up to these identities about ourselves and we hold on tight. And it's so funny. You could be not for something against somebody with a negative energy. And before you know it, you go into that experience of something that you didn't like. I don't know. That's just an example. I'm not saying that's always the case. But, you know, people go into human to human. There's ETs reincarnated into the human body. There's humans go into the ET experience from another experience, et cetera, et cetera. You could... I love talking about reincarnation. And I think that's a lot of thing about me. I don't hear too many conversations about that in the Western culture, but a lot of people need to understand what reincarnation is and to be open, because that's life. You're going to live basically permanently. So, I mean, I had an experience that was a woman or a girl. I've seen other versions of myself from an alternate reality. Like, I'm Creso in this version, but there's another version of me that I've seen through a lucid dreaming. Okay? This is not anything to do with the taking DMT through the plant. No, I've seen many times last year that I've seen Creso, that I'm doing things to inspire people, but differently. It's like a complete, like an alternate reality. So, I'm like, a lot of people need to understand what life is. Alright? And I wanted to throw this out there. You know, cut the nonsense about this New Age stuff. Really. You know, if you ever look up Mark Passio, I've been looking at his clips. I'm going to make some clips about him. I really like his angle. Alright? And I really appreciate Mark Passio really voice out about, he puts a spotlight about the New Age group. It is like a religion, but a lot of people become more ignorant all because of the New Age group. And it's just like, and I feel sometimes the stuff that I share, a lot of people might look at me as New Age. I am not, basically, I'm not aligned with that. I'm sharing to you of different possibilities of life and self-empowerment. I'm just about self-empowerment to empower people. So if you want to be ignorant and say that I'm New Age, alright, stick where you at. Alright, allow your ego rule you. Okay? Or whatever you do. You gotta go through your path, everybody. But Mark Passio, yeah, he definitely hit it right on the head about New Age group. I feel like because of that religion, it makes so many people ignorant and not open about different possibilities of life. Religion really makes people stupid. I mean, we're really not stupid. It's just a layer that you put yourself under. You become so ignorant, close-minded. Really. And the only thing you got going to justify your being so narrow-minded is your facts. And whatever you've been passed on. But you don't feel like you're exploring yourself more and more. That's why I'm saying ayahuasca would definitely help a lot of people a great deal. It would. I recommend this to anybody. Seriously, I would. I know I'm going outside about my experience, but I just want to talk about different things. But complete silence and feeling silence, amazing. Good stuff. I definitely going to talk about more of I'm going to have my other experience soon, and I'm definitely going to do a video on that. Most of my experience is channeling with other beings. I get a lot of great insights. They confirm who I am, and I appreciate it. And yeah, I love to share with everybody. So, all right, it's been a pleasure sharing this, and I hope I'm pretty certain that a lot of you would take a lot what I'm saying from this clip. All right, everyone. Until then, I will be back with another interesting topic. Take care.